help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code Blueberry004. That's BLUBRRY004.
Ruben Burden from Stacksync. How are you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. You know, a lot of traction, everything going on, so it's super perfect.
Well, tell us a little bit about Stacksync and what you guys are all about.
So Stacksync is very simple. So we connect with real-time and two-way sync, CRMs and databases. So basically today, developers to integrate your CRM and basically get some data to your business teams, they have to do a lot of code and months of work. And this is very time-consuming and very expensive. Stacksync today brings this at a whole different level. With no code, and in 5 minutes, we can get your CRM connected, and basically you can bring any kind of data from your database to your CRM, and vice versa, and basically maintain the two tools connected all the time.
Wow. Now, how do you go about connecting those things and making sure that the information is shared properly amongst that, especially without code?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, setup is no code, but then like everything we do on our side basically is that we wrap all this complexity into something which is just delivering robust data to you. And eventually today, data robustness is a big problem in CRM because like it's very complex to achieve like a proper workflows, and Stacksync removes all of this to you. So today you have, let's say, a real-time and two-way sync, which is established, and let's say if you make some unauthorized modification on one of the sides, we're going to have an issues table where we flag all the issues to you, and with a click of a button, you can resolve them. And then you don't have to go and find them, and find this issue into your database or into your CRM manually, so wasting hours of work, and everything is put in front of you. And that's really the revolution.
Yeah, well, I mean, granted, I only do WordPress coding, and very light WordPress coding, but when you start getting into databases, when you start getting into that actual code and parsing through it, and it's a language in and of itself. And yes, trying to track things down inside of there that are an error can take hours sometimes when you're just scrolling through pages and pages and pages of code.
100%. And the beautiful things, and the beautiful thing is that Stacksync, just doesn't work, for like small data sets. It would at scale. So if you have millions of billions of records, you have like a massive Salesforce instance, for example, then like this is going to work seamlessly, and like you're going to be able to set it up like on the same exact manner as a small bootstrap startup would do.
Wow. Now, what is the use case for Stacksync? What kind of companies are using it presently?
Absolutely. So most of our customer persona basically is for companies between 30 and 250 employees, which have an active sales force, basically an active sales team, which actually uses a CRM and which would actually benefit from having real-time data. For example, let's say if you are a B2B SaaS company, you are a SaaS product, you want to see how many times a user connected to your platform in the last day, in the last 24 hours, if there were any issues in the usage, did they abandon the cart or whatever, right? And all of this can be shipped real time, and you can engage with your customers within your CRM, so within your marketing platform, straight ahead, and you don't need to have any other data sources.
Wow. And yeah, especially if the AI is going through and culling the data as far as like what your customer is looking at on the database, things like that. You can cut down Salesforce time in chunks at that point, when you're talking about specific products, things like that. To know that that's exactly what they're looking for, you don't have to advertise much else other than that and the options of that to them.
Absolutely, and like the second use case that you mentioned, with the rise of AI, right? It's very easy, right? Like in the database, you have like tons of data, and like this data can be also unstructured, and you have many data points. So what you can do is, so we have some users, some customers, which actually take all of this data, input it into ChatGPT, they write this back into the database, and just by writing into a database, reading and writing data into the database, they can ship all of these AI data processed insights to their CRM, still without touching the API at any point in time.
Wow.
And that's really what we're bringing. So now you can do, as of just shipping like real-time raw metrics, computing metrics, AI basically data processed with AI, and you can ship it back just with the write of it into a database. And that's really the thing, because right now, like if you have to integrate your CRM, you have to develop a lot of code, and these workflows get very complex.
Yeah.
Stacksync, instead, like just tells you, you can connect with real-time and two-way sync your CRM and database, and with two-way sync, we turn your database into a read and write interface.
Oh,
and
wow.
this write interface, this is what makes a difference, right? It is two-way sync. And because it's real-time, then we can also have a much better management of issues, of data issues which happen in the meantime.
Yeah.
And that's why Stacksync is such a product. And today we are the only one to actually offer that. It's pretty crazy to think about that. And yeah, this is gonna. We have cut down more than 90% the budget and time of our customers to integrate with Salesforce, HubSpot, Microsoft Dynamics, and all that. And actually, we don't only serve databases. Today, Stacksync works with Salesforce, HubSpot, Microsoft Dynamics, SAP, and other softwares. But on the database side, it's not only Postgres. It's also Snowflake, BigQuery, Databricks, and more.
Man, and when you're talking especially about international shipping, things like that, keeping track of mass numbers of objects at the same time, this is a huge help, especially with SAP integration, Salesforce integration, things like that, to have real-time metrics on what you have in stock.
Exactly.
Is phenomenal.
I mean, like, if you have a small data set, it's not that hard. But like, if you have a big data set, like a lot of customers, you have like millions of records, like millions of customers, like actually our customers have like millions of contacts. Like, if you want to keep this data in real time, it means that you have to do like a lot of updates. And this, and the problem with that is that your API is gonna tell you that you are going over the limit of API rate limits.
Yeah.
And Stacksync instead not only does real-time sync, but also this real-time batching, meaning that if you make like many single modifications to your database, Stacksync is gonna be able to batch like all these changes in real time, and basically make only a few API calls to your CRM, and therefore you're gonna be able to modify much more data, still consuming less API credits. And this, you touch the third use case of Stacksync, like reducing your API costs. Because like it's just like so much more efficient than just doing like in-house API integration.
Wow. And what kind of implementation time are you looking at once somebody joins into Stacksync? How long before they are up and running with the platform and getting metrics?
Absolutely. So the Stacksync integration process can go from 2 minutes to like 15 minutes. So then this is how we get the sync running between your CRM and your database. But then like which metrics and what do you ship between your, so how do you consume and read data between your database and your product, or your CRM and your business team? This is up to your business logic. It's completely customizable with any custom objects, custom fields, whatever. And all of this is supported. So this is like your business logic. Usually what we see is that our customers get to production between one day and 10 days.
Okay.
So which for projects which has a budget of 6 months, and this is absolutely crazy.
To know that somebody can purchase into the system and be up and running and integrated within 10 days is, I mean, even 10 days. Some people may be like 10 days. Like, that's incredible. When you're talking about the data sets for a company that size, that's massive. 10 days is remarkable turnaround.
Absolutely. I mean, today's Stacksync connects can synchronize millions of records in minutes. So basically, even if you come with like a Salesforce of like 100 millions of contacts, like it's going to take you like a few minutes or up to an hour to sync. But like for a 100 million database, even like an in-house purpose-built data pipeline right now with any kind of other alternative you might find on the market, like will not get you that fast.
Wow.
And the very cool thing that this is all generic, so it's completely customizable to your business logic. Totally
white labeled. You can make it the whatever way your company needs it.
Absolutely. Wow. It's 100% like this. And so this is what we're building. And today we are really expanding a lot. So we have a lot of traction in terms of like, because people realize that because Stacksync is the only tool which can ship real-time, robust data into the tool you like, such as like your CRM or your database that you already own. Because like the CRM, you own yourself. Database, you own yourself. Stacksync is not one more tool sitting in between. It's just like one less tool actually, because it just makes these two tools with the same data. So now you have one source of truth accessible in two different tools. The database you love and you know how to use it. CRM is the same. So, you are already within your stack.
Wow, incredible. Let everybody know where they can go to find out more about Stacksync, where they can go to sign up and start integrating their SAP or Salesforce systems into it.
Yeah, clearly. So everybody can go to stacksync.cloud, so stacksync.cloud, and they can just sign up for free and get started. And then they can get a 2 weeks free trial, start to sync like their massive Salesforce or even the small customer HubSpot instance or Pipedrive, and we're gonna help them get started if they need some help.
Awesome. Fantastic.
For sure.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thank
during
you
this
so
very,
much.
very busy
Hey,
CES.
absolutely.
And I'm sure I'll be seeing you at SAP conference right after this here in
Absolutely.
Vegas.
And Salesforce World Tours as well.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Amazing. Ciao.
All right. Ciao, ciao.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2024 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Clinton Millsap, Sergio Velasquez, and Terry Willingham. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Bain, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, and Christopher Jordan. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network broadcast, copyright 2024.